There's a saying, you either die a hero or you see yourself becoming a villain. And I don't think there's anything better that we can say looking at the circumstances.
I would say, thank you for so much for having me. I would say that there must be something else going on behind the scenes that we don't know about because there is no logical explanation. When you have somebody like the great legend of the game, Dhoni, and the great Thala, as they call him, I've never seen in any team sports that when your own team batsman gets out, your own team supporters are celebrating that batsman's getting out. Why? Because the next batsman is going to be Dhoni. And 70 to 80% of the crowd there are wearing his shirts and they're after him. And looking at that as well, he doesn't have long to go. I mean, I really hope he does, but another couple of years. And anyone, are you playing him as a wicket keeper or are you playing him as a batsman? Is he making his space in the team as a batsman? Because if somebody is coming 9 down, then either he better be a bowler or an all-rounder and a part pit batsman. But somebody coming 9 down means he's nothing else but a wicket keeper for the team. Because yes, he's a great wicket keeper, but that means otherwise you wouldn't have selected him. Now, if you were saying that you might be wanting to check other batsmen out, when the big matches come, the crunch matches come, don't you think you should have been already under pressure and playing out those kind of matches beforehand so he gets used to that crunch situation when it comes? Because now when he, suppose in the next match, you actually require 30 of the last over and not 4 of 9 balls, then we want the whole Dhoni. But if he is not, the chances of him doing that is if he's been in the middle and under that pressure,
No, but
he's been
Stephen
a legend
Fleming,
and he
the
can do it.
CSK coach, already
Obviously, it
says that
increases
it's not the
chances.
same Dhoni. So I think it would be foolish on the fans' part or anyone's part to actually assume that the old Dhoni is going to return. Chandrasekhar Luthra, at what point do we say that this is now getting a little too much now? It's getting ridiculous because now Stephen Fleming comes out and says multiple things, and I find a lot of them disturbing. He says Dhoni decides whether he wants to go in or not, regardless of what situation the team is in. When was the last time you saw this happening? The last I remember, the cricket is a team game. If you're good enough for the team, you are in the side. You're supposed to perform when you need it, regardless of who you are. Sachin did it till his last match. At what point did we start becoming so cult obsessed that a person is in the team and he gets to decide whether he wants to come in or not, regardless of whether the team needs him at that point?
Know what professionalism is all about, but let me tell you, Dhoni is about everything in CSK. Because I remember when team was banned, his name cropped up as one of the spot. I mean, he was there with Guru Mehtan discussing about so many things, and Justice Lodha and other investigator, Mr. Mishra, IPS officer. They caught them. They interrogated them. There was a 13-member list in the Supreme Court, which was obviously being put in inside that locker. I remember covering all that and then thinking that he could be, punished or something, but nothing happened. Dhoni joined another team, Pune. I asked that owner, Mr. Goenka, that time in one of the press conferences that, are you not bothered about your image or brand image? He gave me some goalmole kind of answer, which we all know, that how they are trying to hide everything behind a curtain. So that's one thing. And then we also understand that Dhoni means CSK for the simple reason. If we know because I don't want to explain, then we don't have that much of time also in the program. But Mr. N. Srinivasan, he's kind of adopted son to Mr. N. Srinivasan, who was the owner. Now, team is one thing, entity, and the company which has been sold to some other thing. So as an adopted kind of son, as somebody who is controlling everything, I think they are taking complete maje cricket from the cricket fans, whether Dhoni is fit or not, whether Dhoni in last year, if you remember, he had hamstring issues. He was running obviously slow. He was fighting, but obviously through his entire experience, and he was a big player, we all understand, and great match fixer. That tag is again they are trying to cash in. Whether or not it's happening or not is something else, but at the expense of team, they are playing with the sentiments of the cricket fans who are trying to watch cricket or who are more interested in watching cricket. Those who want to only see Thala
Absolutely.
whatever names you can give to Dhoni, then obviously for them he's like a demigod. So man, there are two ways of looking at it. I'm not a
Absolutely.
great fan of Dhoni. I've done a lot of stories. I understand how he was saved or how this and spot fixing saga was, dealt with in Supreme Court and others. But that's the way it is. I'm
Absolutely.
sorry.
Mr.